What's up, y'all? NRW Nerds Rule the World just got out of the press screening for Naked Gun with my pal Heather. Initial thoughts?
Goofy. I don't remember the original one enough, but it makes me want to go back. Like, this one is making me want to go back, which I think is a good thing. If you want to expand your world through a film, that's a good thing. That's a positive.
I completely agree. I checked out the first one with, who's the guy? Oh my God, I'm forgetting the guy. Who's the first guy? Well, this is Junior. Liam Neeson Jr. is the junior of Frank Drebin. Oh my God, I'm forgetting the name of the actor who's amazing. I love him. Airplane. God, why is he? I'm forgetting him. But Liam Neeson works as the son. It's a new generation of Naked Gun.
Him really stands out in this
Pamela Anderson killed it. Our mole man, aka Paul Walter Hauser, brilliant. I needed more Paul Walter Hauser, but overall,
we needed a lot more of him.
Yeah, this was fun. Definitely recommend. We'll have a full review with Heather and I on the NRW Nerds Rule the World. Oh, y'all, peace!
Hello, everyone. It's Heather Hurt with the NRW, where Nerds Rule the World. That's Chiappetta. And I want to make some weird naked joke, but I think the HR manager might be on call if I do that. So let's just go right into it. Let's talk Naked Gun.
Thanks. Once you kill a man for revenge, there's no going back. A voice in your head saying over and over, "That was awesome."
Who are you?
Drebin. Detective Frank Drebin. Thanks.
Police Squad has always been the elite of the elite.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr. Love you.
Hey, Dad. Boy, do I miss you.
And you, Frank, are the best of the best.
I need a bathroom. I need this room immediately.
There's a line, man.
Police business. Oh, I'm gonna ruin another suit.
Over here, Lieutenant. I think someone murdered my brother.
Please, take a chair.
Thank you.
I'll find them. This is what I do. Says you served 20 years for man's laughter.
You mean manslaughter?
Must have been quite the joke.
They're going to shut down Police Squad if you do not solve this case. Do this by the book.
Show a little respect!
Why? Who's going to arrest me? Other cops?
Yes.
Is she serious?
Is he serious?
No.
It seems Mr. Drebin might be more of a problem than we thought. I want you to keep an eye on him.
This oven is disgusting.
Rest assured, I won't stop until I've found justice.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass. Nobody messes with Police Squad.
We've upgraded your car with the most advanced crime-fighting tech.
Drive forward 30 feet. Pretty smooth.
Oh!
This place is falling apart.
Whoop, whoop. Yep, whoa. Naked Gun. I completely forgot what we were talking about for a second. It's kind of funny, though, because I feel like that matches what we're talking about. The Naked Gun arrives in theaters on August 1st. It features Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson as the titular characters. Of course, Frank Drebin Jr. and Beth Davenport. We're going to talk about the plot, of course, first, but we have to talk about the two big elephants in the room, like, obviously. Like, support and respect. And apparently there's some romance happening between them in real life. And you know what? Live your best life.
I'm here for it, right? You told me that.
If you can get Pam, do it. Do it.
Yeah,
you know
right?
what? And of course, we've talked about how much we support Pam. Her PETA activism is always something that's in question, but everything else that she's been doing lately, living that best life, no makeup free, and she actually spends quite a bit of this film makeup free. it's really great to see. Really great to see her thriving in new ways in the modern day. So The Naked Gun, this is going to be a spoiler-free review. We don't want to piss off our connects in the Hollywood game, so we're gonna keep this spoiler-free. If we do have any spoilers, as we do with first week films, they'll be at the end after the closing credits. And for this, really, the only thing we could spoil is if we talk about our favorite jokes, which we might do, we might not. We'll figure that out. I will say my favorite joke. It surprised me, but I think most people, it was a toilet joke. It had to be a freaking toilet joke, of course.
That's the one that had me dying, right? There was one I was dying.
It killed everyone. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in the theater that wasn't laughing. But the one that got me was the one that I was the loudest about.
Okay. Because people commented to me about, Patrick, you were dying. I'm like,
oh yeah, you were squealing. You were hyperventilating. But in reality, everyone in that theater, that was the joke that everyone walked out with. But my favorite was not that one. My favorite was Cody Rhodes. Kind of got me, and I that's all I'm going to say with that. That's all I'm going to say with that. That was the best joke for me. But Naked Gun, this isn't really a spoilery movie. Crime happens, and Frank Drummond is there to fight it. Plot of Naked Gun. It's in this case, Beth Davenport's brother is murdered in a weird way, and it is up to Frank to figure out who did it, what happened, and what egotistical billionaire do we blame this time. I cannot wait for the MAGA crew to say that this is woke because it was an evil billionaire. Cannot wait. That's not a spoiler. That's just the whole plot of the entire film. So what can I tell you? The film was directed and written by Akiva Schaffer, and was also written by Gregor and Doug Mand. And of course, it is based off of the Police Squad series created by Jim Abrams, David Zucker, and Jerry Zucker. Film, as I said, feature is Liam Neeson, and who plays Frank, Pamela Anderson, who plays Beth, Paul Walter Hauser, our amazing mole man, plays Ed. Danny Huston plays Richard, and there's just Richard Kane, I'm sorry, and then there's CCH Pounder, who plays Chief Davis. There's a really great set of cast and crew that follow up in the original film, not the TV show, the film footsteps. Of course, when we're talking about the films featured by where Leslie Nielsen played the original Lieutenant Frank Drebin, who we miss, who dearly, great comedic actor of his day. And if you have not watched The Naked Gun, or honestly, my favorite film, and a lot of people were talking about it, the best film that he ever did was Airplane. Please go watch Airplane if you have never seen it before. With that being said, let's talk Naked Gun. Original thoughts before we saw it, QP. What were you thinking?
I'm excited to see a comedy film that doesn't take itself seriously. It's a stupid series. It's a stupid film. And we love that stuff. You want slapstick. I grew up on the Three Stooges and all of that kind of stuff as a kid. And when Leslie Nielsen, who name was escaping me when Heather and I were trying to give our initial thoughts.
Then he asked
I had
me.
people texting me and responding back. I'm like, Patrick, fucking Leslie Nielsen, dude. How did you not? Dude, just there's so many thoughts in my head at that time. But, so Leslie Nielsen, y'all, rest in peace, hilarious cat. But, we now get Frank Drebin Jr. and Liam Neeson. And I was ready because I love Liam Neeson. I know he doesn't take himself seriously. Pamela Anderson, I've crushed on her since I was a kid. I grew up on Pam. I love Paul Walter Hauser. So all these elements that they had in this from the trailer, I'm like, okay. Still Hollywood mining, stuff. Where's some new creative stuff? But you know what? This is a property that I don't mind coming back. And I was, curious of what they were going to do with it.
Okay. I'm very similar to what I said during my statement to Happy Gilmore 2, or other trailer or other review that's coming out today. I didn't know why this was needed. I honestly didn't know how many people would actually know this series. And we'll talk about the age demographic that went to the screening with us in a little bit. but I wasn't against it. Like, I love Liam Neeson. I was really hoping for some really stupid Taken jokes in this. I was really hoping for if they were going to do it, they better give him Taken jokes. That's all I was going to hope for. But it's, it's an interesting pair for this film, and I wasn't against it. I was just, it was, why do we need it? Do we? No. Or am I okay with it? Honestly, I was kind of about them being okay with it. And then if you look at the two posters that are behind P right now, they specifically go after AI in the posters, and that's when I was just like, I'm in.
Yeah, that was cool.
Of course, he has too many hands, and the first one, and behind him, P, his legs are too long, and his front section looks like a butt because of the anatomy. And I gave them an extra A+. And then, of course, a couple people in the theater were talking about how this film is only an hour and a half, and they were even more excited because it is only an hour and a half comedy, and a great comedy doesn't need to be more than an hour and a half. It really doesn't, because then you're just dragging stuff along. So with that being said, let's get into it. P, thoughts on the film?
I enjoyed it. It was stupid. I'd underline that, bold that, increase the font size. This film is stupid, but you gotta love stupid sometimes. You need to go brain dead. You don't want to use all your brain cells. You just want to go dumb. And yeah, because there's a lot of films that just, they're on overdrive. There's a lot of things that they're trying to throw at you, whether it's to entertain you or educate you. Just a lot of things going on. This, you don't need all that. This, just enjoying the hilarity, the stupidness of it. And Liam Neeson he's a superstar. He's a legend. Known more so for his dramatic roles, but this dude is not afraid to make fun of himself, and I love that. And this film works because of Liam Neeson, and he was just hilarious in every scene. He's not afraid to, wear granny's underpants or whatever, or what kind of boxers he was wearing, or just, anything. It's amazing. Pamela Anderson killed it again. Walter Hauser, brilliant. I think Heather and I, and she'll talk, I'm sure, more on this, would have loved a little bit more of him, but they had a lot that they were trying to do, even though it was only an hour and a half. But CCH Pounder, she doesn't get a lot of love. She's awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of dramatic stuff, but is hilarious. Just the entire cast was great. But freaking Liam Neeson, I would be down for a Naked Gun too. I am. This was a fun film, but it was so incredibly stupid. And I almost died while watching this film, laughing.
There were, I think I can follow up with most of it. I think some people found it funnier than me. It's not necessarily my type of humor, but as P said, sometimes you just need to turn off your brain and enjoy some really stupid humor. And when we're spelling stupid, that's with 2 O's. It's stupid. Like, this is stupid humor. It's not stupid humor. This is stupid humor. And that's not a bad thing. My husband absolutely dug it. His one of his biggest concerns was that they could go too far. A lot of films, especially 70s and 80s and 90s comedy, went to levels that really we can't go to anymore. And so and I know KP, during our conversations before the film, you were also concerned about the type of comedy that is available that you can use. And one of the things that I think that they did really well in this film is they used exactly what they had. They were making fun of police situations. They were of
oh my God, yeah, there was a great joke in there.
That's the one that my favorite is probably the best police joke that was out there. I'm sorry, they called it out. CCH Pounder had some great ones too. She was her character. The chief was on the ball.
I think I know what because just that little exchange right there. I think I know what was your joke now that got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think what it was, but yeah.
I was surprised. We were both. I love how at the same time, my husband and Kupi are both wrestling fans. I love wrestling. They are both. I would say that I love wrestling, and they are fans. And both of them at the same time. My husband's like Cody Rhodes, and then Kupi is like, "That's Cody Rhodes," and I'm like, "Oh my God." Yes, it's.
But that wig. Can we talk about the wig? It's not a good.
Oh my God, it was. It was a great moment. I'm going to say it's probably my favorite. I literally, very loudly, I was like, "Oh no!" Like that exact moment. It was so good. Anyway, but there were some really good moments. I think that they took the comedy to the right places, and they were they made fun of themselves in the way that was needed to be seen. A lot of people, of course, are very anti-police comedy. It's why Brooklyn Nine-Nine got closed down, because they just couldn't find the comedy in it anymore. And so it's in a world where, you know, making fun of cops is both wrong and incorrect at the same, like it's all of the bad words all together. They took it, and I think they did a phenomenal job, and they went overboard, but not too far overboard. There were concerns that they were going to do the stupidest, like the actual like stupidest shit, but everything they did was just funny. It was making fun of action films, it was making fun of police buddy comedies. I do agree, I wish we saw more Paul Walter Hauser. Him as Ed Jr. just, we should have gotten more, but it was an hour and a half film. What I'm really hoping for is a terrible blooper. Like, I want to get the Blu-ray of this, because I know that they're going to have the silliest bloopers.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, hashtags, well, we'll save it. We'll do a real quick spoilers.
Real quick.
Okay.
I'll save it. All right. So with that being said, I also agree. Pam Anderson really, really kicked its butt. Her just living her best life, and her as an older woman, it's just been really fun to watch. I do talk about PETA a lot. I'm not going to talk about it here. I do disagree with it, but other than that, everything that for herself, for her body, and for young people everywhere, I think that she's doing a great job. And her acting, I'm going to admit it, she's gotten better with age. Like, we used to make fun of her being kind of this ditzy kind of actress. I don't know, that might have been an act, but honestly, over the past couple of years, we have seen her really sprout, and I think that she's been phenomenal, and she was great here. She was awesome. I do want to talk very quickly on the age demographic for this film. I was probably the second or third youngest person in that theater. That's not me hating. One of the unfortunate things that I do think is going to happen to this film is it's designated for a very specific audience, and that's people who already know the Naked Gun franchise, the Police Squad franchise, because the only people younger than me were older children with their dads. And I'm not young, by the way. I am not a child at all. So what I think is going to be kind of detrimental to this film is I do think an older generation will be the only one seeing this. But I think that if you personally, and this will be my final thought, and then I'll hand it over to Chiappetta. Personally, if you want something fun, if you want something silly, try entering this franchise through this movie. Honestly, I was going to watch the original before we went to see this, but I just didn't get a chance to. This movie made me want to go back and watch the original again. And I think that's something that's really, really important, is something that expands your horizons, something that makes you want to do more. So if this movie can make a couple younger people fascinated in the Police Squad franchise again, I would be happy with it. So, Chiappetta, final thoughts?
I feel like I'm on my rocker right now off of just what you said, but I respect what you said. You know, it could bring in new fans. I think it can. It could bring in a new generation. You're right. It was a lot of much older people. I do think it's aimed for an older people in the rockers type audience.
Older than Chiappetta. A majority of the people were older than Chiappetta, by the way. When I say older, I mean
no, I'm on my rocker. It's all good. You know, it's whatever. You know, sometimes why not tailor, you know, because everything's all youth oriented. Why not give something for us older heads? So
okay, boomer.
But it's a gateway.
Boomer,
I think it'll be a gateway drug. I think it'll be a gateway drug. There's enough moments that I think it can bridge those gaps. But it's a fun film. It's a stupid with two O's film, like you said. And you know, sometimes you just need it. You need to go brain dead, and this is a perfect. And even as a background movie, when it's out released and everything, it's a cool movie to have in the background and to just get back to cooking or whatever, or doing homework, and then laugh again. It's one of those cool things that it could be an ambiance film. And whether you give it time or if you're not giving it time and you're occasionally checking out, I think it's a good film. It's a good film. That's my final thought. It's stupid, but it's a good film.
It's a stupid good film. It's a good time. Go check it out in theaters. Once again, it arrives in theaters on August 1st. This will come out just before then. So spoilers at the end. If you're going to watch this before the movie comes out, if you're going to watch this movie before this comes out, don't watch the end. Come back to us and watch the end trailers and tell us what you think. But if you have watched it, if you do watch this after it comes out, tell us your thoughts. Give us your comments. What are you most excited for? What do you hope to see in this film? or if you've already seen it, try to keep your spoilers to a minimum, at least during the first week. But once that happens, what is your favorite? Tell us which moment was your favorite joke in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share, all of those things. And once again, if you've already seen the film, hold on till after the credits and we'll talk a little bit more. But we will see all of the rest of y'all soon. Oh my gosh, I forgot one of the most important things. We always talk about the final credit scenes. This movie does. You do want to stay on to the end, but you don't want to just stay until the end. One moment that actually got me is something that I don't remember from the original films, but I do remember as a Monty Python fan, you need to stay for the credits. Stay for the credits and make sure you're paying attention. And tell us in the comments which dressing you would pick. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Just another tag in, and once again, stay to the other side for some spoilers.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julie.
Yes, nerds rule. Yes,
rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
All right. You have 30 seconds to scroll away if you have not and you have not seen this film. If not, this is a very, very quick spoiler moment for The Naked Gun 2025. Kuya P, thoughts?
All right. So we were talking Paul Walter Hauser not too long ago, and I started thinking of the thoughts. You know, he's whatever name. He's the son of, just like Drebin is Jr.
He's Ed Jr. He's Ed Jr.
He's Ed Jr. That's right. I feel like because, or maybe I'm wrong, but the moment when they're in like that smart vehicle, I feel like they combined because OJ was such a terrible person. We had that quick OJ joke, but I feel like the way they are punishing Ed in that scene, they might have mixed Norberg with Ed because they're abusing Paul Walter Hauser. Did that thought come to mind? I felt like when he was getting that abuse from the electrical car shenanigans that, oh, maybe they combined that because they don't want to do the OJ shit. So that was just a thought, and I was curious if you might have thought the same.
I just realized. By the way, on IMDb, I didn't get this far. Moses Jones plays Norberg's son, and his name is not Norberg Jr.
Oh yeah, that's right, because that was in the credits too. Not Norberg.
Oh, we should have made that comment.
It was just because he's a black person, we pan to him. OJ probably didn't have a son in the film, and we just pan to the black guy, and the black guy's, which is hilarious.
I can so to go back to what your statement because I want to say something else too. To go back to your statement, I can agree. There are some elements of Norberg and Ed that crisscrossed.
Yeah.
But I also wonder if that was more for time than it was for not attacking. So it's or for not attacking the OJ issue. I honestly think that and I actually heard another critic said this as they walked out. One of the best jokes in the film was the OJ joke, and they gave it away in the trailer, which is unfortunate because they gave away a lot of the good jokes. They might not have been complete in the trailer, but they gave away a lot of the good jokes in the trailer. My favorite they didn't, and honestly, why
don't you reveal it in this since we're in the spoiler?
Sure.
Now, Heather.
So one of the greatest moments. They do a lot of jokes about how cops always blame. They get mad that they're blamed for everything, and then everything they do, they blame everyone else for. Like that's the big problem with cops right now. I said other than shooting innocent people of color and then arresting them and all that stuff. But one of the best jokes in it is Cody Rhodes. He talks about how how Frank killed his brother, and it's the number gets smaller and smaller. It's you shot my brother. That could be thousands of people in the back. That could be thousands of people. He was unarmed. That could be 50 people. He was the white guy. So your brother is, and it's just like
dead.
They took that
straight dead. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
No.
I think there was like a hush in the crowd. Everybody was like, whoa, they just went there. Yeah, they did.
And then my white ass was like, oh no, and then everyone cracked up. And I'm just like, shit.
Oh,
but
man.
the poop, the
Brown sound got me. The came down with a brown or something.
The toilet will beg for brown. Got almost everybody.
Yes, beg for brown. Oh my god, I was dead. Ugh. No, they did not just say that. I was dying inside.
To be fair, it is Pam Anderson, and I'm sure one or two toilets have. All right. With that being said, tell us your favorite joke. Once again, once you see this film, tell us your favorite joke in the comment and down there, and we'll talk to y'all soon.